Hello, Belly. Ciao tutti. Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's Thank God It's Friday in Gerace. I'm in Calabria, and I'm in this actually one of the most beautiful hamlets of Italy. Gerace has actually been nominated as one, and I'm at 500 meters above sea level. Let me show you where I am. Hi, darling. I'm not too far away from where your dad was born, Annette. And you can see the coast. I'm 10 kilometers away from the coast. So around 6 miles away. And we're now looking towards the east. So heading towards eventually Puglia, but Calabria is the toe. And here we can see the more modern areas of Gerace, which is the lower part of the town. And now I'm going to take you towards the medieval hamlet, which is really quite beautiful. So most of the coastal towns along the Ionian that lead all the way to the capital, which is Reggio Calabria. We're about 70 kilometers away from Reggio Calabria. And then you have the Tyrrhenian on the western side. Most of the coastal towns, hi Kat, are actually quite modernized because in front of the coast we have Northern Africa. So to be protected, historically, the towns were away from the sea, like this town, which is actually a medieval town. Would build these fortifications like Gerace. Let's go inside. I just want to show you first. Look at these shrubs kind of just growing wild out of the side of the walls. They're actually capers. Ever seen the caper flower? These are capers. Can you see the little round flowers? So, darlings, we're walking into the ancient town of Gerace, and my name is Linda. I'm a local tour operator in Florence, and I'm in Calabria this week because my partner's family actually live in Roccella Ionicas, around 30 minutes drive from this medieval town. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Sue. Happy Friday. Hi, Kat. Hi, Annette. And so it's a beautiful little town to visit. So I just had to show you how gorgeous it is. And Calabria is not as visited as many of the other regions of Italy, but it is very, very beautiful. One can actually arrive into two main airports, Reggio Calabria, which is the capital of the region, and Lamezia Terme. Let me just show you now. I'm actually walking into the main door, which is called Porta del Sole, the sun door, the door that is facing the sun. And look at this town, how beautiful it is. So we can see buildings throughout this town from the 7th century. You can see the tufa. This is a typical rock coming from Calabria. It's kind of a sandy rock. And look at the incredible pavement of the ancient town. There's around 2,000 inhabitants. Echo. I got you back, guys. That's one of the things that often doesn't work in these towns is the Wi-Fi. I just turned it off. During the winter, there's a lot of beautiful little artisan botteghe, but in the winter, the entire town turns into this like incredible nativity scene. So there's a lot of really great artists around. We're in southern Italy. Ciao, Sue. We're in Gerace. We're in Calabria. Nice to see you. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I started a little bit later so that we could actually, I can show you also why this town is very famous. Obviously it has to do with food. It's actually Granita, but this cafe is called Rinaldi's Cafe, and it's one of the most famous, but there are other great places also for the Granita al Pistachio, fig, whatever's in season. Look how beautiful this square is. And as I mentioned before, it's definitely siesta in Gerace. That's why most things are actually closed. In southern Italy, it actually is really prevalent when there is a siesta. So the siesta is typically from 3 till 6:30. If I came here in the evening, ciao Bob, if I came here around 9:30, 10 o'clock, all the stores would be open, people would be outside having eating. Now they're all inside having a rest. It's also very, very warm, so it's kind of ideal to rest in the afternoon. And here we can see the typical pavement of these medieval towns called cozze, like little mussels. You know, they're all made by hand, and this is for the waterways. The very, very heavy rain, obviously not made for cars either. Eccoli, you're back. So all of the town is made from this incredible stone, and very important families lived in these beautiful palaces that you can see. Look how gorgeous the gardens are. There was an important family called the Grimaldi who were originally from Naples and settled in this little town. Many of the important palaces also belonged to farmers, important farmers. So the farmland that I showed you at the beginning of the town is dominantly olive oil and grain. Also wine. We have a fabulous red wine coming from Calabria, and also white Cido. Here you can see the little restaurants and palazzi where, as I said, around 2,000 people live in this gorgeous little town. There was over 120 churches. Unfortunately, after the earthquake of 1780, many of them were completely destroyed. But there's around 17 now. Quite a few of them are abandoned. I'm actually walking up towards the cathedral, the Duomo. And here we can see the ancient Duomo. The Duomo is Norman architecture, and the town centre is dominantly Byzantine. Lost you. Of the Church of San Francesco, that is from the 11th century. And here we make our way up towards Piazza Duomo, where we can see this incredible church. Very, very quiet. Let's go up and have a look at the cathedral. And then we're going to have a granita. The square is called Piazza Tribuna. Look how beautiful this cathedral is. Here I am. You can get a good view of the cathedral and the Church of San Francesco. Little restaurants around, and I'm not going to go inside because but you can actually see the inside. And we're at the door of the Meridian door. The cathedral, it dates back to the 11th 12th century, and it's one of 17 churches that are still in the town of Gerace. So, one of the amazing products of the town centre is granita. Okay, so you probably know granita more either as kind of a sorbet or a very sweet, icy beverage. Instead, in Gerace or in southern Italy, typically it's the best place to taste granita. So if you head along the coast of the Amalfi Coast, you have that beautiful lemon granita. You find a lot of the ladies of the town, they are serving fresh lemon granita in the little stainless steel carapina, they're called, these little cylinders of cold, yummy granita al limone. Instead, in Gerace, I'm going to show you all the flavours and then I'm going to get one so that you can see it. You can see all the delicious flavours of the granita. So there is lemon, you know, bergamotto, almond, more di gelso, which is blackberries, pistachio, mandarin, agrumi, figs. Fica d'India is the fruit of the cactus, cafe and sparviero. So the really incredible flavors here is pistachio. Pistachio obviously is originally from Bronte, from Sicily, but also bergamotto. Bergamot, the only producer in the world of bergamot, you're welcome, is actually in Calabria. So all of the perfumes from all over the world, the base of the ingredients is actually bergamotto. So the flavor is really delicious. It's a citrus fruit. It looks like a mandarin tree, and it grows all the way along the Ionian coast. And it tastes really, really good. It tastes a little bit more bitter than an orange. It's more like a mandarin. Obviously, the mandarins are in season only in the winter time. So let's go inside and have a pistachio granita. Posso prendere una granita? Salve. Ah, perfetto. Grazie mille. Grazie, grazie. Mi metto qua. Grazie mille. Sto facendo un Facebook Live, quindi sto parlando della granita e il Duomo. Quindi uno al pistacchio, se posso. Sì, grazie. So, as I mentioned to you before, many people do think about visiting, when they think of southern Italy, they think of visiting Sicily. Puglia has become also very, very famous. Obviously, the Amalfi Coast. Calabria is such an incredible place to visit. There are... the architecture from the 6th century till the 12th century, medieval Calabria. In Reggio Calabria, the capital, there are actually inside the National Museum, there is the Bronzi di Riace, which are ancient statues, Greek statues that were found along the Ionian coast. And they're pretty spectacular to see. There's lots to see. It's a great place in the summer if you like coming to beaches. You can enjoy the beach clubs. A lot of really nice residences and bed and breakfasts. It doesn't really have the infrastructure for luxury hotels, but there's a lot of really nice bed and breakfasts. Typically, we organise a lot of heritage tours here because, of course, many of our families in the US and in Australia were originally from, oh my gosh, there goes the diet. Va bene, ne sono a dieta questo pomeriggio. Look at this, this is a granita. Now, you're not going to believe this, but I'm actually on a diet at the moment, so I've just broken the diet. Look at the consistency of the granita. It's so good. You just have to come for the granita, if not for any other reason. So the heritage tours that we organise, typically one can fly into Rome, come to visit the region. Actually, a lot of Canadians visit Calabria because Toronto is actually the second most populated area in the world of Calabrese, and Lamezia The only international flight that arrives in Lamezia is actually coming directly from Toronto. So any of you Canadians out there, you can fly directly to the amazing Calabria and come and visit Gerace to taste this granita. It is so good, so good. So, darlings, next Friday, I'm actually going to be in Venice on the island of San Giorgio, doing a little bit of filming at the Cini Foundation. There's the Biennale is on there at the moment, so I'm going to be there next week, and I'll do a little half hour to show you where I am on the island of San Giorgio. I hope that you enjoyed another Thank God It's Friday. Let me just give you another look at this amazing granita. Look at that, guys. Look at that. How good is that? That's another thing that they do in southern Italy is the brioche. They add the brioche, they add the amazing sorbet or granita to the brioche. Delicious. Let me show you where I'm sitting so that you can see the Duomo behind me. So, darlings, thank you again for joining me. And if anyone is thinking about visiting Calabria, you know you can always contact me at Italy Customized. Make sure that you subscribe to my mailing list if you haven't already done so. And we'll be in contact. Can't wait to see you in Italy. Take care. Let me tell you the name of this place. Allora, look. Sì, aspetta che lo faccio vedere. Allora, Bar Cattedrale since 1976, and the specialty is granita. It really is something special. So check it out. Make sure that you go onto Facebook and like it as well, because look at this